This is my second Xenoblade Chronicles X analysis. For this time, fortunately, a professional narrator is doing the voiceover work for me, so you won't have any pain getting used to robotic voices. The first one was focused to clear up the mystery of what the doll is. With this second, I'd like to show a much bigger picture by analysing the setting and worldview. To do so, I had to include huge spoilers of the original Xenoblade Chronicles and other Xeno series. If you're aware of the story and the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles, enjoy it.
Just now, it was as if I could see into the future.
The key term Blade is an acronym of Beyond the Logos Artificial Destiny Emancipator. To go beyond God and destiny are common themes of the Xeno series. Right now, let's put the philosophical part of it aside. I'll show you things which are certainly related to Blade from the gameplay footages. Here's a soldier, like an NPC character, who stands in front of a military institution. On a message window, he's titled as Blade Male. It seems Blade is not a name or a title for a single person. Could it be a title for an organisation? Maybe a corporation? Most of the soldiers appearing on trailers have the same symbols on their armours. It may be related to the blade. Here you will see some signs of Blade. Next is this cylindric building. A speech is broadcasted. The speaker is Maurice Chausson, the chief executive. This chief executive doesn't mean CEO, he's a politician. In Japanese narration, he calls himself Jiyosei Chukan. It can be translated as magistrate or chief syndic. We normally use the Japanese term only for chief executive of Hong Kong, Macau and Taiwan nowadays. It seems Neo Los Angeles is an autonomous region. The briefing is located in Blade Tower. It's natural to take it as a name of this cylindric building. So, if the Blade stands for organisation, it means it contains both politics and military. On this speech, Chausson is reporting that they had rescued 10 crews a day before the player character reaches Neo Los Angeles. Also, he's boastfully telling the great result of a rescue that could happen because of his strong appeal of the importance of planetary surface exploring. In the very beginning of the opening sequence, you'll see a symbol of planet exploration. There's a plate with a drawing of male and female mankind. This actual metal plate is designed to carry messages for extraterrestrial life, telling the existence and shape of mankind in the solar system. The plate is installed on the American space probe Pioneer 10. The installment project was led by the NASA Space Probe project leader, Carl Sagan. He's well known for his extraterrestrial life research contributions. Also, he's a person who transits the general idea of terraforming from science fiction field to actual science field by publishing a thesis about terraforming Venus using genetic engineering. Terraforming is a process to modify the environment of a planet into an adaptable environment for the human race. Terraforming, genetic engineering, sounds very much like artificially going beyond logos. The voice narration over the opening sequence is telling that an Ark ship had accidentally made an emergency landing on the planet Mira, but the planet is full of lives and the environments are excessively fitting to the human race. The scene is showing the planet Mira environment's a mysterious artifact. Let's take a closer look from the opposite side. It seems like a gigantic mechanical device and under the influence of a mechanical clock design. Classic mechanical clock was a design source for Mechon and Mechonis from the original Xenoblade Chronicles. This scene is showing you another artifacts. It seems like a dome building. The Ark ship doesn't have those kind of exterior parts and the building seems to be dilapidated by time. The artifacts prove civilized things were on the planet Mira before the Ark ship had gone down there. Are those remained facilities for terraforming? is Mekon involved? If mankind were haphazardly manipulating other planets by terraforming, it's understandable that the human race are called a cancer and are a target to be wiped out by different alien species. Now, let's get into the philosophical element of Blade. As I told you at the beginning, there's a constant theme of Xeno's series, and it's connected to an ideology, Gnosticism. You may remember Gnosis on Xeno's saga. Explaining Gnosticism very simply follows. The world is full of vice, because this world was created by fake vice gods, and before the creation, there was a true world and a true God. This ideology and religious view should have a connection to the key term. The ending sequence of Xenoblade Chronicles has the most clear significant influence. Because of phase transition experiment by Klaus, the original universe disappeared and it formed a closed-off flat world. Then, by the hand of Shulk, the universe had to be created or recalled. Xenogears was also showing a similar type of theme in the final sequences. So, Blade is the name of a title or an organisation. It may be related to a terraforming project, and it symbolises the continuous philosophical element of the Xeno series. From now on, I'm going to explore and point out common things between Xenoblade Chronicles X and the other Xeno series. As explained via Treehouse Live in the interview, Xenoblade Chronicles X is containing something which also appeared in Xenogears and Xenosaga. First of all, the title logo is designed to make it look similar to Xenogears. The beginning plot is exactly much the same between X and Xenogears. The Ark ship accidentally went down to an unknown planet, and the only residence area is where it lands. On this scene, you'll find a memorable thing. It's Zohar from Xenosaga. There are more unquestionable common points between X and the original Xenoblade Chronicles. Shulk, like a character appearing in the early trailer, on this character's customised section, you can choose a voice actor for your playable character. It's saying the default voice actor is Shintaro Asanuma, who is known as the Shulk voice actor. If he's not playing a double role, Shulk will not be appearing as a character with dialogue. Nopon Race Tatsu appears. Here in this user interface, he has a role as a weather reporter. I don't think this is the only role he would have. It's said that some individual Nopons have thousands of years lifespan, so he can be the same Tatsu who appeared on the original Xenoblade Chronicles. This profile shows you more details about Tatsu in the original Xenoblade Chronicles. He was 66 years old at the time. He lived in Colony 6. He is of course male, and he's an inventor. He designed the escape boat of Colony 6, and not only that, he also produced Juju's buggy. He regrets that he could not invent a powerful enough weapon to defeat Mekon, so he's losing confidence in his skills. Finally, this Monado-shaped hairpin. Knowing the appearance of these three, it's clear that the world of X is directly connected to the world of the original. The sword-shaped Monado didn't exist in a previous universe before the birth of Bionis and Mekonis. So, the existence of the Monado-shaped hairpin proves that the universe of X is equal to the one which Shulk had created. Well, what happened to the closed-off world of Bionis and Mekonis? Maybe it transformed into an Earth. Take a look at the ending sequence of Xenoblade Chronicles.
It's salty! What's up with the water being so salty?
It's clear that the environment of the world is significantly changed. Next, please take a look at how the Earth had to be destroyed in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, take a look at the sequence of Shulk's universe creation backwards. both animation and the way of depicting it are very similar. Another point of view is that the world transformed into Planet Mira. Mechon-like design artifact can be the left parts of Mechanis. If the former is right, destroying the Earth can be a trigger to recall fake gods in a closed-off world. The Japanese title of Xenoblade Chronicles X is Xenoblade Cross. Originally, Xenoblade Chronicles had been created out of the Xeno series under the name of Monado, Beginning of the World. The Japanese title feels like Monolith Soft, and the creator, Tetsuya Takahashi, is trying to cross the world of Xenoblade Chronicles into the universe of Xeno series by creating X. Anyhow, being aware of the common points, to call Xenoblade Chronicles X as a simple spiritual successor will be difficult. Surely, the game will be very open to entertain newcomers, but it will be much more interesting if you're a deep fan of the original Xenoblade Chronicles and the other Xeno series. As a final chapter for this analysis, I would like to have a closer look into the themes of Xenoblade Chronicles X. The name of an Ark ship which holds Neo Los Angels is Hakuge. It's white whale in English. The name is representing one of the themes of Xenoblade Chronicles X. The source of the name Hakuge must be a Japanese title for Melville's novel Moby Dick. The simple plot is like this. Years before, a giant white whale, Moby Dick, caused the loss of Captain Ahab's leg. He gathers a racially mixed crew for his whaling ship to accomplish his desperate revenge to kill the whale. By the most common interpretation, Moby Dick is explained as a symbol of absolute existence, and the story stands for acting defiantly towards God. This theme is relatable to Blade and Gnosticism. Coincidentally, there's another video game using Moby Dick metaphorically. The first trailer of the game was announced under the insubstantial name Moby Dick Studio, and a giant white whale appears in the trailer. It's Metal Gear Solid 5. The themes of MGS5 are revenge and race. Snake forms racially mixed troops and stands up for a return match. Xenoblade Chronicles X also has racially mixed corps. A racial issue is also one of the underlying themes for the Xeno series. On Xenoblade Chronicles, you could see conflicts between race as a mixed blood issue of high end tier. On X, two alien races and the human race are having a triangular struggle, and it may show a more complicated setting. There's a symbol representing another theme, its Blade Tower. Meaningfully, this countdown has a repetitive appearance over several trailers. There's no way to deny it has a big connection to the storyline and themes, as it has importance and a necessity to show it to every citizen of Neo Los Angels. It seems like counting down the rate of remaining energy of NLA. This is a scene taken from when Hakuge was still in cruising before NLA lands on planet Mira. The countdown was not started yet. In an opening sequence, the narration is saying that the day Elmer wakes up, the player character was 2 months later from the day of the landing. It means they had used 40% of total stocking energy in the short period. It sounds like people are facing pretty serious resource problems. How people face resources and energies are also one of the continuous themes of the Xeno series. Not only because of the appearance of the countdown, I believe this theme will have much more weight and importance on Xenoblade Chronicles X. Takahashi is telling Siliconera the story of how the Xenoblade Chronicles have changed so much during development over 4 years, but the plot structure remained the same all the way through. He's also sharing to Iwata that a story writing meeting between Takahashi, the scenario writer Wishiro Takeda, and Nintendo had been held once a week during the first year of the development. I suppose that the structure was set up during that time. This is the employee recruitment ad of Monolith Soft, and it's also telling how the new project is starting. This drawing is obviously an early concept art of Xenoblade Chronicles X. This ad was put on their website at the date of December 2010. 3 months later, the Great East Japan earthquake strikes. We Japanese were facing something more than a Hollywood-type disaster. The fears and dynamic turning of the total atmosphere of society were inexplicable. In Tokyo, to save power, rolling blackouts were scheduled, including the Meguro area where Monolith Soft locates. The schedules were changing frequently, and people were not sure of when the correct information would be announced. Monolith Soft should have been facing realistic problems to keep the electricity-dependent company running and back up huge datas. For every author, it's impossible not to be inspired by what's occurring, especially for someone like Takahashi, who's always thinking thoughts about energy problems and power sources and going beyond man's capability through his creations. Sources of unlimited power, perpetual engines being out of control, Zohar. In Xenoblade Chronicles X, humans may try to resolve drying up energy problems by reaching Zohar. Oh crap. So, my second analysis finishes here. I'm going to prepare my third analysis by translating some of the Japanese descriptions which I found on treehouse live gameplay and Rich and Ethan didn't follow. It will take time, and most of my uploads are focused for Japanese audiences, but please subscribe to my channel in order to not miss any of the analysis uploaded. Thank you for watching.